Hi, this is Adam. He's Ad Ahmed, licensed real estate agent with Davenport Realty in Waterloo. And this is another one of our introductory videos for the local businesses. Today we have the honor of meeting Steff here with COBS Bread. And COBS Bread has their outlet in Waterloo on the boardwalk and here also in Manitou Drive at Kitchener. And they're going to open up another one also in Waterloo. So Steff, thank you very much for the time here.
My pleasure, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, I see you have a very nice bakery inside, and we're going to show you also the video about the bakery inside, about the products and everything. So it must have been a very interesting journey. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in COBS Bread
for
sure.
the
business?
Yeah, my pleasure. Background in restaurant management. Mm-hmm. My husband and I actually always thought we would be owner-operators likely of a restaurant. Fast forward a whole bunch of years and we actually kind of stumbled upon an advertisement on social media about COBS Bread. I didn't know what it was. We did not have one in town, so no real idea of what that would look like. But I went to the website and I started learning all about the company, researching just the level of quality when it comes to all the products, their community involvement, things like that. And it captured me right from that moment. And I knew that this was a really good fit for me and it was something that I wanted to certainly attempt to do. So I reached out to the franchising manager through the head office and that kind of got the ball rolling.
I see. So as we can see, it's a very interesting business, and this business is a franchise, and actually COBS Bread has 700 locations worldwide, of which 125 are here in Canada.
Yes.
And you are
growing all the time.
Yes, so it's growing all the time, and there's more coming up. So it is so can you tell us a little bit about the standard of quality you mentioned about COBS Bread? What is special about COBS Bread?
Most special things about us is that we do bake here on site from scratch without the use of any additives or preservatives. Okay. All of our breads, when you look at our entire product range, which is really quite expansive, and you're going to see when you come on inside, and we'll talk about some of those things, but the fact that we're doing everything in a very artisanal way and a very authentic way really sets our products into a whole different quality range from anything else that you're going to get out there. There's not a lot of other bakeries that have this kind of selection when it comes to bread offerings, sweet and savory treat options, and that they're baking on site. As well, at the end of the day, we have different charity partners that come in every single night at the close of business, and everything that's unsold is donated locally across all of Waterloo region. And that's a fabulous thing to be able to do for our community, but it also ensures that we start fresh every single morning, and every customer coming into the bakery every single day is getting today only product.
That's right, I see. So that's very important. I was just going to ask you that question. You answered it, that what happens to the bread at the end of the day. Yes. So,
yep, it goes to a very good and loving home every single night. That's
very fantastic that it's not wasted.
Absolutely.
That's good. Yes, good to know. And I saw that, yes, you are a member of a lot of charities, and this shows that Steff has a soft heart also for the community. And this is also very important. They're not just there to make money, right? So that's
I have to say honestly, born and raised, I've lived in Kitchener-Waterloo my whole life. I love being a part of this community, and there is nothing sort of greater than being able to support that community that is supporting your business.
Right.
I feel that's really, really important, and it was a really crucial aspect of what drew me to COBS.
That's great. So I saw there's a lot of variety of breads you have. Can you explain a little bit about the healthy options you have and the artisan also?
For sure. So some of our longer processed doughs, very artisan offerings, if you will, is a pretty expansive sourdough collection. Our sourdough does take over 20 hours to create. People come in and they always inquire and ask about it. It's a live levain as the biggest bulk of that dough, which people that know and understand sourdough, they know what that word means. And we have it in a lot of different offerings, so that's one of our very highly specialized products. We have another product range called Penny de Casa. That's at least a 16-hour process.
Okay.
We have things like authentic focaccia and pizza bases, French baguettes. They all come from another artisan dough, if you will. That one's at least a 14-hour process. So some certainly very longer bulk fermenting kind of doughs that take a long time to bring to fruition. And then we've got just your standard, white whole wheat, a country grain range. We've got some other signature things, our high fiber range. We've got a great cinnamon loaf, an apricot delight loaf. Some of our healthiest loaves is my personal favorite, cake seed, 70% grain and seeds,
Oh, okay.
and 30% remaining is from our whole grain, whole wheat flour.
I see.
Very, very healthy loaf. And then even for those that experience irritable bowel syndrome or just any sort of difficulties with carbohydrates and breads in general, and they really don't feel well when they try and enjoy those products, we have something called a low FOD loaf.
Okay.
That in itself is Monash certified. It is registered on the FODMAP scale as a low FOD product, and essentially the ingredients themselves go through an additional milling process.
Right.
And it makes it low FOD and it makes it highly digestible. So people that experience those difficulties can enjoy that fresh baked loaf every single day, and it's not going to cause them any tummy troubles.
I see. That's really good. I mean, I saw so much variety. It's very difficult to choose what to get, and if somebody has that trouble of what to choose, that's great. You have gift cards also, so you can
Yes.
somebody can take a gift card and give it to their loved ones, and they can decide what they want.
Absolutely.
So that's also a good
Yeah.
point. But it's a lot of variety there that you have. I'm sure something for everybody, whether they like chocolate a lot, there are chocolate stuff also, and there's healthy stuff also.
For sure.
Everything there is available, which is great. And they're for different occasions also. For every special occasion, they can use your products also.
Definitely.
Yes. So what drives you to do what you do? What motivates you?
I love everything that happens in those four walls. I'm very, very proud of what we create every day. I love working with my team and developing that team. And as you were mentioning, the 700 locations worldwide, we are an Australian-born company. That's where it started. And it started there under the name Baker's Delight. And when I was first doing my own research, and I knew that, and I heard that word, it really, really resonated with me.
Right.
And it's kind of my purpose and my mission statement for my bakeries that we want to be the most delightful we can possibly be.
Right.
And it's right from the core. We want the most delightful products, and then we want exceptional customer service that delights everyone who comes through our door as well. So I think my biggest motivator is just going for that operational excellence every single day in everything that we make, and then our customer service side to match, and just wanting to wow everybody who comes through the door. And we have such an amazing customer base, and they come into the bakery and they're so
Right.
excited to be here. They smell all the smells and their
Yes.
eyes get so
Yes.
big, and they're looking at all the products. And there's no greater feeling than
Yes.
just knowing people are coming into your business and enjoying it to that extent. It's really awesome.
Yes, no, indeed it has been also education for me. I've always seen COBS bread, but I haven't come in, and I've also learned a lot about the different products here available, and it's worth a visit for everybody to come here and
Thank
see
you.
the variety that is available here. Can you a little bit tell also, like the big food stores, they also have like bakeries also in the store. So what makes this different from there? I think your product, I think quality and product, different options available, or what other is it different?
For sure. A few of those different things. I mean, definitely at the core, very, very high ingredient quality. So
Yes.
that's key. The fact that we don't use any additives or preservatives, very clean labels. And you're going to see that if you get a nutritional information on any of our products versus something that you might buy in a grocery store.
Right.
Everyone knows they've brought home that grocery store bread, and 2 weeks later, it kind of still looks the same as the day they brought it home.
Yes.
Honestly, that's not going to happen when you bring home a COBS bread loaf. You've got about a 3-day window, and beyond that, you're going to see that it starts to deteriorate, and that's just proof positive that we don't have any additives and preservatives in that
Right.
loaf. It's always best enjoyed fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And in some of those other environments, and I don't like to speak ill of any other retailers, but it's product that's being brought in frozen,
Right.
and they might be baking it on
Right.
site, but they're not creating it on site. We
Right.
are creating it on site. It
Right.
starts at the very back of the bakery in a very large mixing bowl,
Mhm.
and we are in charge of every little step along the process.
Yes, no, that's a big difference. Yes, definitely. So I guess just at the end, I'd like to ask about what do you see about the future? What does the future hold for you? I know you're expanding your business, but in this new scenario also, how do you feel about your business in the future?
For sure. We've been extremely fortunate through this entire pandemic. We've been an essential service. We are providing a very baseline for families and their nutritional needs, being that bread is such a big part of our business. And I feel blessed that we've been able to remain open throughout this entire endeavor.
Yes.
Literally, COBS bread closes on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. We are open, not Boxing Day, my apologies, on January 1st. We
Right.
are open every other single day of the year. And yeah, we didn't have to close once, so we're able to continue doing what we do, provide that for our community. For me as an employer, to keep all my staff working, and that's that's very huge. Certainly, like a lot of other businesses during this time, you do kind of have your peaks and valleys in terms of how busy things have been during this time frame, based on how sort of locked down the city has been. But we've been very, very fortunate that we've been able to sustain at a very nice level. And and I'm excited to announce number 3 is going to happen.
That's great.
So before the end of the year, we'll have a new edition on the east side of Waterloo.
Great, that's great to know. Anything else you want to tell our viewers before we have a sign off this great interview?
I so appreciate this opportunity, and I would just really like to share with everyone that COBS Bread is truly like no other retailer out there. In terms of our product quality, our selection, and just all the different offerings we have, I do feel it's an unmatched experience anywhere, and I'd be very excited to welcome you all into the bakery and come experience that for yourself.
Okay, thank you, Steff. Thank you for this opportunity, and we'll be in contact.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, viewers. Hopefully you found it very educational to understand about the products and this great opportunity to have some really delicious and nutritious and wholesome food here in our neighborhood. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.